It was an ambulance.
Oh. Whenever I hear your voices, I don't think, I don't know what you do. And I can read your face.
Didn't tell me he's. No.
Time is now 5 o'clock. I'll call September 26, 2023 meeting to order. Please stand for the flag. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we'll call for public. I still have a microphone here.
No.
We have no mics. That's okay. They can hear us, right?
But they won't be able to hear us calling you on the track.
You want to?
Switches. It switches on. So it's probably from last night. They turned the microphones on.
Okay.
Let me help. Dan.
There it is.
This.
Hello?
Test. Okay.
I can't hear you on my
Oh.
end, too, other than listening.
Great, thank you.
But it should be better now.
Next, we'll ask for public comment on agenda items other than development or rezoning. If you want to make public comment on any of the agenda items that are on here, other than development or rezoning. You'll get a chance at the end. Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to number 4, approval of minutes from our September 12th, 2023 regular meeting.
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Okay, I'll call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Approval of the bills. Do I have a motion to approve the bills?
Motion to approve the bills?
I'll second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Number 6, bids and quotations. First one is a Porta Power Machine. Rob?
Thank you. Good evening. The garage is seeking approval to purchase 2 Blackhawk Automotive 4-ton porta-powers and 1 10-ton porta-power. Total price for these 3 units is $1,131.49, and that price is from Amazon. These machines will be replacing old and wore-out machines that we currently own, and funds will be taken from the porta-power line of the garage capital budget, and that will leave a balance of $3,868.51. And I recommend purchase of these units.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Is there a motion to approve this purchase as presented?
So moved.
Second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Transmission jack.
The garage is seeking approval to purchase a half-ton Snap-on TJ100 transmission jack. One quote was received from Snap-on for a price of $2,999. The jack that the township currently owns is not heavy enough to remove transmissions from larger vehicles. Funds for this will be taken from the Porta Power Reserve line, leaving a balance of $869.51. It is my recommendation to purchase this jack from Snap-on.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the transmission jack purchase?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. We have a pump lift station programming and hardware. Rob?
The sewer department is seeking approval to hire process and data automation for the 3 pump lift station programming and hardware for the Kearsarge and Wolf Road lift stations. The price for this is $68,950 plus startup, which we anticipate being around $1,500. Funds for this will be taken from the contingency line of the sewer department capital budget, and that leaves a balance of $71,459. And I recommend contracting this work to PDA.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Is there a motion on this request?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Laptop computers.
The Traffic Department is seeking approval to purchase 2 Dell Latitude 5430 rugged laptop computers for controlling the newly installed traffic cameras throughout the township. These computers will be purchased directly from Dell for a total price of $4,118, and funds will be taken from the UPS reserve line of the Traffic Department capital budget, leaving a balance of $8,985, and it is my recommendation to purchase these 2 computers from Dell.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Is there a motion to approve the purchase of the 2 Dell computers?
So moved?
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Okay, moving on to number 7, we have acceptance of a stormwater maintenance plan that was tabled from our September 12th meeting. Matt?
Yes, thank you. I had a conversation today with Township Engineer Rob Rodemoyer. This is still not quite ready to be approved. He's working through some final items. He does anticipate for it to be approved at the October 10th meeting, but recommend that it stay on the table at this time.
Okay.
I would say also that I did also speak with Rob, and I think we have a pathway to follow, so I agree that I think the 10th would be the appropriate date.
Okay. Okay. So do we need to make another motion to table, or?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a motion to table this until our next meeting?
Yes, I can make a motion to table to the next meeting.
I'll second.
Okay. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
I vote yes. Number 8, notification of exclusion from development. Matt?
Thank you. This is a notification only that Gerlach's Garden and Floral at 1613 Hillborn Avenue was granted an exclusion from land development requirements in the construction of 3 greenhouses totaling 5,616 square feet at this location. All other requirements, including stormwater management, were met. Just as a point of information for the board, accessory structures are exempt from our requirements for land development per the municipality's planning code, and our saldo also mimics that code. And so just wanted to let you know that that was granted, and notification only, no action.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Okay, next we have a resolution. Oh, we have the new amended ordinance under review, the saldo.
Yes, we continue to work on that. We're working on trying to get a meeting with the new township engineer to review the saldo and go through that so that he's comfortable with it as well. So that continues to move forward.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Okay, next, number 10 on our agenda is Resolution 2023 R37, Fire Prevention Month proclamation. Dan?
Thank you. Be it resolved, the following pronouncement be recorded into the official minutes of the Mill Creek Township Supervisors Meeting of September 26, 2023. The Township of Mill Creek is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living and visiting Mill Creek Township. In 2021, U.S. fire departments responded to 1.3 million fires. These resulted in 3,800 civilian deaths. Newer homes are built with lightweight materials that burn faster than older home construction. Many of today's products and furnishings produce toxic gases and smoke when burned, making it impossible to see and breathe within moments. These conditions contribute to a much smaller window of time for people to escape a home safely, with people having as little as 1 or 2 minutes to escape from the time the smoke alarm sounds. A home fire escape plan includes 2 exits from every room in the home, a path to the outside from each exit, smoke alarms on every floor of your residence, and a meeting place outside where everyone in the home will meet upon exiting. Practicing home fire escape plans twice a year ensures that everyone in the household knows what to do in a real fire situation. Mill Creek Township Emergency Management, along with the volunteer fire departments and the Mill Creek Township Fire Department, are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention, protection, and education. Mill Creek Township residents are responsive to public education measures and are able to take personal steps to increase their safety from fire, especially in their homes. The theme of the 2023 Fire Prevention Month is Cooking Safety Starts With You. Pay attention to fire prevention is to recognize those who take the simple but important steps to help reduce the risk of fire when cooking at home. This helps keep themselves and those around them safe. Therefore, we, the Mill Creek Township Supervisors, do hereby proclaim October 2023 as Fire Prevention Month throughout the community. We encourage all Mill Creek Township residents to practice safe cooking measures. We also urge our residents to develop a home fire escape plan with all members of the household and to practice it at least twice a year, to install smoke detectors on every floor of their home, and to participate in the public safety activities and efforts of Mill Creek Township's fire and emergency services during Fire Prevention Month 2023.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Is there a motion to approve this resolution, 2023 R37, as read?
So moved.
I will second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next up, we have Resolution 2023 R38. Mark?
Yes, this is a resolution to approve an intermunicipal agreement between the city, the county, and Mill Creek Township relating to the allocation of some grant funds. We had actually approved the agreement at the last meeting, but then realized that we needed to do this by this resolution. So before you is the resolution confirming this as an intermunicipal agreement that's been signed off by the township.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 2023 R38?
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Treasurer Communications. Mark?
Just to let everyone know that we received the pass-through grant for the Fire Department Relief Associations. Each department is getting $83,929.30. Those checks have been cut. They're going to go out in the mail tomorrow. And then also, we received state aid to the tune of like $1.2 million. That will cover our entire general employees' pension MMO for the year, and it'll cover, we'll have about $1 million remaining on the police pension MMO for this year as a result of the state aid.
Okay. How does that stack up with previous years?
It's slightly more than previous years, and it's more than in the budget, so we're ahead on both counts.
Okay, good
Great.
news. Thank you, Mark. Okay, next up, we have a hiring request for a part-time equipment operator at the Mill Fair site. Wendy Nelson, equipment operator. It's a retroactive hire from yesterday's date at $18 per hour. Wendy was a heavy equipment operator at PennDOT for 18 years. She was tasked with operating the 10-ton roller, front loader, snow plows, tandem and single axle, as well as the jackhammer, walk-behind roller, and hand tools. Wendy also maintains a Class B CDL. I'd like to make a motion to approve Wendy's hire at Mill Fair on a part-time basis.
I'll second.
Okay, Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Okay, next up, we have a hiring request for a crossing guard. Carter, did you want to take that, or you want me to?
I don't have the name.
Okay, I can, it's, yeah, our current crossing guard for Grandview only does the afternoon shift. Janine does have her clearances. It's for Janine Maturin, part-time crossing guard at Grandview. Date of hire would be tomorrow, the 27th of September, at a rate of $25 per hour, and between the hours of 8:50 a.m. and 9:20. I'd like to make a motion to approve Janine Maturin's hiring as a crossing guard.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. I'd made the motion. Is that a
Oh,
second? That's okay.
I'll make another one. Second, I'll
Okay.
second it,
I'll call-
sorry.
That's okay. I'll call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Chief Mook, a training request?
Yes, I have two.
Okay.
The first, SafeNet is hosting a one-day conference regarding intimate partner violence on October 3rd in Erie. Because domestic violence is a matter that we take seriously, further training regarding a police response and investigation into these assaults is a priority. The cost to attend the training is $80 per person. However, the SART grant through the Crime Victim Center is reimbursing us in full. I recommend 7 officers attend this training: Captain Kosensky, Detective Inman, Sergeant Mays, Patrolman Wills, Patrolman Paranel, Patrolman Miller, and Patrolman Adams. There are no travel costs. The second request, there's a command leadership police training course October 9th through the 13th in Painesville, Ohio, that is being offered by FBI LEDA. The purpose of the organization is to advance the art and science of police leadership. Captain Sebulak had recently been approved to attend the FBI LEDA Great Lakes Leadership Training, but that has been canceled for 2023. I recommend Sebulak be approved to attend this course instead. Tuition is $795. Hotel costs are $639.40. The per diem is $324.50. Fuel is an estimated $75. Total travel costs are $1,038.90.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Is there a motion to approve these 2 training requests for the MPD as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve both requests.
I'll second.
Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Olet?
Yes.
And I vote yes. We had an executive session on September 21st of this year to discuss litigation matters related to code enforcement, orphans court petition, and right to know, and also real estate matters related to parks and recreation facilities and ROW acquisitions, right-of-way acquisitions. Anything further for solicitor communications? Mark?
Nothing further.
Lydia? Okay. Citizens to be heard. Any citizens wish to be heard, they can come up to the podium, sign in, and then state your name.
Yeah, my name is Philip Marska, excuse me, 454 West 57th Street, and I'd like to talk about code enforcement. Over the last couple of years, I found it necessary to turn in some, what I saw to be code enforcement violations. Things didn't go the way that I hoped they would go. The code enforcement officer saw it different than I saw it. I realized that the code enforcement officer has the authority to interpret the code. And then the code goes on to say that the interpretation are to be in compliance with the intent and purpose of the code and shall not have the effect of waiving the requirements provided for in the code. I have voiced my disagreement over the code enforcement's findings, and I've asked for someone to meet with me and explain how these decisions were arrived at, but it appears that nobody owes me an explanation. I was told that if I disagree, I could file an appeal. And then I was told that I don't have the right to appeal, even though the code says that anybody affected by the code official's decision has the right to appeal. But I'm told I don't have the right to appeal. Just recently, I was granted the right to appeal, and I found out that it costs $1,000 to do an appeal. That's outrageous. even if I received a citation, there was no way that I could appeal without paying $1,000. That's outrageous. That shouldn't happen. If the code enforcement officer is going to apply their discretion, they need to be prepared to explain why they did it and what the outcome was. Because there's no way that these decisions ought to go unchallenged. I ought to have a right to challenge the decision. Somebody needs to sit down with me and discuss this issue. The only reason I want to appeal is because nobody will sit down with me and talk about it. I have a situation where I have a weed situation. I'm told that because it is a wooded and sloped area, that weeds don't have to be taken care of. That was said last year. You know what happened? It got worse. Now they don't touch it at all. I've lived in the same place for 25 years, and nobody has really ever taken care of the hill, but they've managed it. You know, they've done something with it. I have a neighbor right now that will do absolutely nothing, and code enforcement refuses to do anything about it. It is in shambles. It lowers the property values. What I'm here for today is hoping that I'll get somebody that is willing to sit down and have a open discussion about the issue so we can come to a resolution. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's okay. But I can't be ignored. Somebody has to talk to me about this. I have been down here a few times, and the code officials met me in the lobby, and they talked to me in the lobby. They said they didn't have a room to go to. I guess that's normal. I don't know. But it shouldn't be.
Okay, you said that our personnel refused to meet with you, and then you just said they met you in the lobby. Which is it? Who refused to meet with you? I've never been asked to meet with you.
Mr. Holwood, I sent you a email. Do you remember seeing that?
I do, yeah.
And no return phone call, no return email, no nothing. Mr. Wallinger, I believe that's, did I pronounce it correctly? Yeah. I've talked to you about it, and you know the frustration that I have here, but you have not said, let's sit down and talk about this. The reason they met me in the lobby is because I came unannounced, hoping to talk to somebody, but I'm sitting in the middle of the lobby, not even in here. Well, I guess pretty much what I expected.
We can, Matt, you want to, we can set something up with you. I mean, are you prepared to accept the results of the meeting?
I am, yes, I am.
Okay, just so we're up front. It might
Yes.
not, you know.
If we have a frank discussion about it, and you can explain to me why you arrived at what you did, and you listen to me,
Mm-hmm.
are you going to be open to changing the issue if I can show you that it should be changed? Is that the case? Because I was recently told that 2 different inspectors looked at this and they came to the same conclusion. But they're 2 of your people, 2 of the people that work together. How are they going to override each other? One was your ex-head official that left, and now the new head official. Oh, and by the way, I have another complaint in that was just settled. The code official told me that she did an inspection. She told me, this is about a pool enclosure. She told me that it's up to code for the time, from the time that it was inspected, it was at code. That was 20 years ago. It's not at code. I furnished her pictures of it. The gate is not closing. She said she inspected it, and she said it's up to code. It's not.
This is a separate matter, but the same.
But the same issue, yes.
Same address?
Right, yes.
Okay.
And it's not the address. My problem is not with my neighbor anymore. My problem is with Mill Creek. Thank you.
Okay, sir, thank you. Any other citizens to be heard? Okay, any other comments? Kim? Okay, call for an adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn? Oh.
Second from Dan. We are adjourned, 5:25 PM. Thank you.